welcome to News Tonight on Rajya Sabha TV. I'm Tina Jha. Let's begin the bulletin with the top stories of the day. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addresses public rallies in Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand. Questions Congress on ED's charges against its leaders in the Augusta Westland case. In Saharanpur, the Prime Minister accuses SP-BSP alliance of wanting to dislodge him and promote dynastic politics. BJP Chief Amit Shah tours the northeast. In Manipur, Shah asserts region will be connected by road, rail and air by 2022. Also addresses rallies in Arunachal Pradesh and Assam. Congress President Rahul Gandhi addresses public meeting in Maharashtra. Samajwadi Party releases party manifesto. Party chief Akhilesh Yadav pledges loan waiver for farmers. Pragatisheel Samajwadi Party also releases manifesto, promises reservation in private sector. Congress General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi holds roadshow in Ghaziabad. BJP questions Rahul Gandhi's silence in Augusta Westland case. Arun Jaitley asks party to clarify on abbreviations in ED charge sheet. Congress terms allegations an election stunt. And results of Civil Services Examination 2018 announced. 759 candidates make the cut. Kanishk Kataria tops among men. Srishti Jayant Deshmukh among the women. First, all the election-related news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed 3 rallies in Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand on Friday. Speaking in Dehradun, the Prime Minister termed the Congress manifesto a sham document and alleged that the grand old party had plans to trample and suppress the honest and tax-paying middle classes. He also attacked the Congress over corruption in the Augusta Westland chopper deal.
इटली के इस मिशेल मामा और दूसरे दलालों से एजेंसियों ने कई हफ्ते पूछताछ की है, जिसके आधार पर कोर्ट में एक चार्जशीट दायर की गई है। मैं मीडिया में देख रहा था कि हेलीकॉप्टर घोटाले के दलालों ने जिन लोगों को घूस देने की बात कही है, उनमें से एक एपी है, एपी, और दूसरा एफएम है, फेम। इसी चार्जशीट में कहा गया है कि एपी का मतलब है अहमद पटेल और एफएम का मतलब है फैमिली।
In Saharanpur, the Prime Minister targeted the SP-BSP RLD combine and said they work to divide the people in the name of caste and religion.
सपा की सरकार थी, तब एक प्रयोग इन्होंने मुजफ्फरनगर में भी किया था। जात पात बिरादरी के आधार पर कैसे जुल्म हुए, बेटियों के साथ क्या क्या अन्याय हुआ, कितना अत्याचार हुआ, वो सब याद है ना? याद रखोगे ना? बहन जी उन दिनों को अपने स्वार्थ के लिए उन दिनों को भुला सकती है, लेकिन क्या उत्तर प्रदेश भुला सकता है क्या? उत्तर प्रदेश भुला सकता है क्या?
Earlier in Amroha, Prime Minister Modi said that a strong and decisive government is essential for the development of India, targeting the opposition for raising questions over Balakot airstrike. The Prime Minister said that when India hits back at the enemy, some people in the country don't like it.
हमारे देश में ही कुछ लोगों को परेशान करता है, उनकी रात की नींद उड़ जाती है जब भारत डंके की चोट पर दुश्मन को मारता है, तब कुछ लोगों को हिंदुस्तान में रोना आता है। जब पाकिस्तान पूरी दुनिया के सामने बेनकाब हो रहा है, तो ये पाकिस्तान के पक्ष की बातें कर रहे हैं, वो वहां पर हीरो बनने की स्पर्धा कर रहे हैं। भाई और बहनों, कांग्रेस हो, समाजवादी पार्टी हो, बहुजन समाज पार्टी हो, आतंकवाद पर इसी नर्म रवैये की वजह से कुछ लोगों के हौसले बुलंद हुए हैं।
BJP President Amit Shah campaigned in the Northeast region on Friday. At a rally in Manipur, Shah targeted the Congress, saying prices of essential items had skyrocketed under the Congress rule due to repeated bonds and strikes. But the BJP-led government has made the state blockade-free. He also listed the NDA government's achievements and said 5 helipads have been constructed under the Udan scheme and highways spanning 300 kilometers have been built in the state in the last 5 years.
चाहे रोड कनेक्टिविटी हो, चाहे रेल कनेक्टिविटी हो, चाहे आईटी की कनेक्टिविटी हो, हर कनेक्टिविटी की दृष्टि से नॉर्थ ईस्ट को प्रायोरिटी देने का काम नरेंद्र मोदी सरकार ने किया है। आज नॉर्थ ईस्ट के सारे राज्य 2022 के पहले रेलवे से, एयरपोर्ट से और रोड से जुड़ जाएंगे। नॉर्थ ईस्ट भारत का अभिन्न अंग बनकर आपका अधिकार पूरे भारत पर बढ़ने वाला है।
In Arunachal Pradesh, Amit Shah said the Modi government brought peace and development to the Northeast region, where militant activities were rampant even 5 years ago. Listing out the government's achievements, the BJP chief said all parts of the region are now connected with airways and railways, and the government gave 50,000 crore rupees for the development of roads in the region. And Home Minister Rajnath Singh campaigned in his parliamentary constituency, Lucknow, on Friday. Addressing a traders meeting at the Atal Bihari Vajpayee Convention Centre, Rajnath Singh said the country is safe today because of its brave soldiers. He further said as many as 126 districts of the country were affected by the menace of Naxalism. But in the last 5 years of the BJP government, the menace has been confined to only 5 or 6 districts. Soon, this will also be eliminated, asserted the Home Minister. Speaking on the goods and services tax, Rajnath Singh said traders did face some problems initially, but they were gradually resolved.
गरीबी के संकट से लोगों को बाहर निकालने के लिए एलपीजी गैस सिलेंडर की सुविधा, जिन परिवारों में माताएं बहनें लकड़ी जलाकर, अंगीठी जलाकर खाना बनाती रही, वहां पर भी एलपीजी गैस सिलेंडर की सुविधा मुहैया कराई जा रही है और लगभग 7 करोड़ परिवारों में पहुंचाया जा चुका है। और मैं आपको बतलाना चाहता हूं, हमारी सरकार का यह संकल्प है, इस देश में एक भी परिवार हम शेष नहीं बचने देंगे जिस परिवार में खाना एलपीजी गैस सिलेंडर पर बनना प्रारंभ न हो जाए, ऐसा एक भी परिवार शेष नहीं।
And Congress President Rahul Gandhi was on a day-long visit to Maharashtra on Friday, during which he held an interactive session with students of the Bharati University in Pune. Addressing the students, Rahul Gandhi asserted that the Nyay minimum income scheme for the poor will be implemented without raising income tax or burdening the middle class. He also said that Congress manifesto was finalized only after speaking to all stakeholders, adding that he does not believe in making false promises. Rahul Gandhi also promised that there would be 33% reservation of all Vidhan Sabha and Lok Sabha seats if the Congress is voted to power in 2019. He also said he is planning to employ a similar reservation in various other sectors as well.
The manifesto that we put out is not really our manifesto, because it has come from thousands and thousands of conversations like this. So it is an expression not of the Congress party, but of the people of India. We have gone to students, we've gone to farmers, we've gone to youngsters, doctors, lawyers, all the stakeholders of this country, and we've spoken to them and we've asked them what they think. And they've told us. The 72,000 rupee idea, by the way, hasn't come from us. It has come from the people of India. So we listen and then we try to implement. I don't like making empty promises. I don't like making sweeping statements. I like saying what is possible. Sometimes that doesn't look as exciting as, just saying whatever you feel like, but that's what I like to do.
The Congress President's sister and Party General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra held a roadshow in Ghaziabad on Friday. Campaigning for party candidate from Ghaziabad parliamentary constituency Dolly Sharma, Priyanka Gandhi's convoy passed through alleys of the city amid a sea of supporters, many of them holding Congress flags and raising slogans in support of the party and its leaders. Priyanka Gandhi began her roadshow from Ramteram Road.
मैंने जगह-जगह कहा है कि वोट आपका सबसे बड़ा हथियार है। लोकतंत्र आपकी सबसे बड़ी मजबूती है। जो लोकतंत्र को नष्ट करना चाहते हैं, वो सिर्फ एक चीज चाहते हैं। वो चाहते हैं कि आप दुर्बल बने, सत्ता आपके हाथों में नहीं हो। वो चाहते हैं कि सारी सत्ता उनके हाथों में हो। तो आप अच्छी तरह से इस बात को समझिए। लोकतंत्र का मतलब है सत्ता आपकी है। इसका मतलब है कि आप अपने भविष्य के निर्णय करने के लिए सक्षम बने।
Meanwhile, the Samajwadi Party released its election manifesto on Friday and called for greater change through social justice or Mahaparivartan. The Samajwadi Party is calling it a vision document. Releasing the 16-page document in Lucknow, party chief Akhilesh Yadav said the future of the country should be better for all sections, including farmers and Muslims. The party promised 100% loan waiver for farmers, equal status and opportunities to women, and monthly pension of 3,000 rupees to needy women. The manifesto also talked about free and quality education, 1 lakh jobs per year, doubling of human resource in government departments in a phased manner, besides laptops and tablets to students.
कि किसान खुशहाल तभी होगा जब उसका पूरा का पूरा कर्ज माफ हो जाए। समय समय पे जो सरकारें चुनाव में गईं, उन्होंने वादे किए किसान को और कहा कि हम कर्जा माफ करेंगे, लेकिन नियम ऐसे बना दिए कि किसानों के कर्ज माफ नहीं हुए। हम उदाहरण में नहीं जाना चाहते, ना उत्तर प्रदेश के उदाहरण में जाना चाहते हैं, ना मध्य प्रदेश के उदाहरण में, लेकिन किसान का पूरा कर्ज माफ हो, इस पक्ष में हम लोग हैं।
The Pragatishil Samajwadi Party Lohia, led by Shivpal Singh Yadav, also released its manifesto for the upcoming Lok Sabha elections on Friday. Releasing the poll document, Yadav said his party will work for the welfare of all sections of society after coming to power.
और यह प्रसपा अगर सत्ता में आई तो कानून बनाकर जातिगत जनगणना उस पर आधारित आरक्षण को लागू किया जाएगा, जो लोहिया के विशेष अफसर के सम्मान सिद्धांतों के अनुरूप होगा। निजी क्षेत्र में भी आरक्षण, नौकरियों में कमजोर वर्ग के लिए सिर्फ आरक्षण से सामाजिक समानता और मौकों की समानता की लक्ष्य को पाया नहीं जा सकता। वंचितों के सशक्तिकरण की जिम्मेदारी सरकार के साथ साथ प्राइवेट क्षेत्र पर भी है। ऐसे में सार्वजनिक क्षेत्र के अनुरूप निजी क्षेत्र में भी आरक्षण की व्यवस्था की जाएगी।
Lok Sabha Speaker Sumitra Mahajan will not contest the upcoming Lok Sabha elections. 8-time MP from Indore, Mahajan on Friday opted out of contesting the general elections, saying she has freed the party to make its choice. Mahajan also said she has conveyed her decision to BJP President Amit Shah, but maintained that she would continue to work for the party and also campaign for it.
पार्टी को मैंने ये चिंता से मुक्त किया कि ताई को कैसा लगेगा, मत सोचो, ताई पार्टी के लिए है, पार्टी ने बहुत कुछ मुझे दिया, जी जान से हम सभी मिल करके चुनाव लड़ेंगे, मगर कुछ निर्णय लेने में अगर संकोच किसी कारण से होता हो तो वो मेरी तरफ से मैंने कह दिया, संकोच मत करो, नहीं लड़ूंगी मैं.
West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee addressed an election rally in Dhubri, Assam. The Trinamool Congress chief termed the NRC and the citizenship bill as temptations to fool the citizens of the state. She also mentioned that NRC had left out the names of 40 lakh people and only her party stood by them. The Trinamool party is contesting on 9 out of the 14 Lok Sabha seats in Assam, which will go to polls in 3 phases from 11th April to 19th of May. Scrutiny of nominations for the 3rd phase of Lok Sabha elections was held on Friday. Monday is the last date for withdrawal of nominations. Voting will take place in the 3rd phase on 23rd April on 115 seats spread across 14 states. BJP President Amit Shah from Gandhinagar and Congress President Rahul Gandhi from Wayanad in Kerala are among the prominent candidates in this phase. Manipur-based journalist Nishikant Singh Shapam joined the BJP today. He joined the party in the presence of Union Finance Minister and senior BJP leader Arun Jaitley. Speaking on the occasion, Arun Jaitley said, the development of the Northeast region is the top priority of the NDA government.
हमें आज हर्ष है कि नॉर्थ ईस्ट के प्राय लगभग सभी प्रांतों में भारतीय जनता पार्टी या उस द्वारा समर्थित दलों की सरकारें हैं और नॉर्थ ईस्ट के लोगों में भी कई बार जो पुराना भ्रम था किसी भी धर्म के हों वो भी टूटा है और भारतीय जनता पार्टी में उन्होंने अपना विश्वास प्रकट किया है। मणिपुर के श्री निशिकांत सिंह जी आज तक प्रत्यक्ष राजनीति में नहीं थे, लेकिन वहां के सबसे प्रतिष्ठित लोगों में से एक हैं। संघाई एक्सप्रेस उसके पब्लिशर हैं, उसके मालिक हैं और वहां पे जनमत बनाने में आपका बहुत बड़ा योगदान है।
I have been very encouraged by the leadership of Mr. Narendra Modi, and of course the BJP has been doing a fantastic work in the Northeast. For years, when I was a little kid, we had dreamt of having the railway station, and the work never took off. And now I see it happening, and probably in a couple of years, it's going to be there. And I see a lot of inclusive growth for the first time in the Northeast since the BJP has come into power.
And on to some other news now. A day after the Enforcement Directorate filed a supplementary charge sheet against Christian Michel in the Augusta Westland case, Union Minister Arun Jaitley questioned Congress President Rahul Gandhi for his silence on the issue. He asked why names of people close to the Gandhi family appear in controversial defense deals. Addressing a press conference in New Delhi, Arun Jaitley said the Congress must answer as to who were referred to as RG, AP and FAM in documents cited by the Enforcement Directorate. He added that if no reply is given in case of such serious allegations, the country is entitled to presume that no reply could have been given.
ये 2013 का शुरू हुआ मामला है और उस मामले में, उन दोनों मामलों में इन्वेस्टिगेशन तब आगे बढ़ा जब मौजूदा सरकार ने और एजेंसीज ने कदम उठाए। 2 अलग अलग समय पे 2013 में स्विट्जरलैंड में कहीं से कागज मिलते हैं, फिर 2018-19 में बाकी लोगों से मिलते हैं जो इस विषय के साथ संबंधित थे, नाम वही हैं, तो कुछ तो उत्तर होगा। ये दस्तावेज गलत हैं या इनसे जो निष्कर्ष निकाला जा रहा है वो गलत है। अगर कोई भी उत्तर नहीं दिया जाता तो फिर एक ही कंक्लूजन है कि कोई भी उत्तर दिया नहीं जा सकता।
Meanwhile, the Congress has termed the ED's supplementary charge sheet against it in the Augusta Westland VVIP chopper scam a cheap election stunt to divert the people's attention. Congress leader Ahmed Patel has said he has full faith in the judiciary and the truth shall prevail. Listen in.
न्यायपालिका है, जाए करें, हम दोषियों तो हमारे सामने कार्रवाई करें। ये जुमलों की बौछार है, चुनावी माहौल है, चुनावी माहौल में बारिश तो होनी है। कहीं उनके मुद्दे चाहिए, मुद्दे कहीं किसी से उपस्थित कर रहे हैं और ये कर रहे हैं।
Earlier in the day, Christian Michel, the alleged middleman in the Augusta Westland chopper deal, told a Delhi court that he has not named anybody in connection with the deal during investigation by the Enforcement Directorate. Michel's lawyer claimed that the copy of the charge sheet was leaked to the media even before it was provided to Michel. The central agency on Thursday filed a supplementary charge sheet that contained names of politicians of the previous UPA dispensation. India and Russia will collaborate to create meaningful digital content for both television as well as radio. This was confirmed by Prasar Bharati chairman A. Surya Prakash on Friday after delegation-level talks with Russian media companies. Television, digital distribution platforms, new media, co-production of programs and exchange of professionals were also identified as possible areas of collaboration.
There is an MOU already signed and we need to work on that MOU in terms of exchange of programs, both television and radio. And some things are already in the pipeline. Then there are several other things which are proposed now. And I think in the coming weeks and coming months, we will have more programs coming in. In fact, we have also asked them for some of the best movies, Russian movies, which are dubbed in English and Hindi, which we can air on Doordarshan.
Several different Russian media companies, and most prominent, of course, that many of us will probably know in India is Russia Today. But we also got to interact with their upcoming news agency, and they also have a television company which has looked at defense content, something that we in India have been doing in the public broadcaster, be it Rajya Sabha TV or DD News. But they have an entire TV company dedicated to defense content. So it was very interesting to interact with these different various Russian media companies, and so the follow-up will be to identify areas to work on.
Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu on Friday described the rise in non-communicable diseases as a deeply disturbing trend and called upon the medical fraternity to educate the people about lifestyle diseases. Addressing the annual meeting of the National Interventional Council of the Cardiological Society of India at the Sanjay Gandhi Institute of Medical Sciences in Lucknow, the Vice President called for improving our health sector in terms of quality, accessibility, and also affordability. The Vice President advised medical students to serve in rural areas for at least 3 years in the primary health centers before taking up new assignments.
There is literally no physical activity at all. This is a serious problem. We all have to seriously apply our mind. Not only people in the medical side, also others also, and we have to guide our younger population. To say no to junk food, which is causing harm to their health and affecting the quality of life. Our daily diet must include plenty of vegetables, fruits, nuts, soya products, and low-fat dairy products which are in rich proteins, have less fat, no cholesterol, and are rich in calcium and minerals. that the disease burden due to communicable diseases dropped from 61% to 33% between 90 and 2016, and in the same period, disease burden from non-communicable disease increased from 30% to 55%. This is a matter of concern. The task at hand is by no means an easy one, but I have full faith in the capabilities of Indian healthcare professionals.
The Union Public Service Commission on Friday declared the final result for the Civil Services Examination 2018 on its official website. Kanishk Kataria, a B.Tech from IIT Bombay, topped the Civil Services final examination. The top 25 candidates comprised of 15 men and 10 women. Srishti Jayant Deshmukh topped among the women in the UPSC's Civil Services Examination 2018. Srishti secured an overall 5th rank. 759 candidates, 577 men and 182 women cleared the examination.
पहले तो ये कहूँगी कि यूपीएससी देना एक या आईएएस बनना कहूँगी एक बचपन का सपना था, चाइल्डहुड ड्रीम। तो जब बड़े हुए और कॉलेज में आए, थोड़ा जाना इस बारे में कि कैसे क्या होती है ये परीक्षा, किस स्तर की पढ़ाई होती है, क्या क्या सिलेबस में होता है। तो वो पढ़ने के बाद, जानने के बाद बहुत इंटरेस्ट लगा एंड लगा कि इस लाइन में जाना चाहिए, क्योंकि बहुत लोगों तक पहुंच सकते हैं, मदद कर सकते हैं, जो भी सोसाइटी में चल रहा है उससे टच्ड फील किया और इस लाइन में आने की डिसाइड किया। और कैसे, जैसे मैं हूँ अगर उस पर कि कैसे मैं कर पाई, तो आई थिंक हर रोज़ कंसिस्टेंटली पढ़ाई करना, 5 से 6 घंटे देना हर रोज़ डिसिप्लिन के साथ, और खुद पे एक भरोसा रखना कि हाँ हम कर सकते हैं और लिस्ट में आ सकते हैं।
And that's it from us in this news bulletin. Thank you very much for your time.